September 5, and I still welcome you to the program Morning Coffee, where you can see live from Saloon Broadcasting Corporation, FM 99.9, we are a radio station, them community and partner radio station, them all about the country. This program, they give Tori another thing that really happen all around the country. My name is Daniel Mose, the general for the program to company.
David Agaba Fambu, good morning. Since what inside the edition of the program come out from Oiba Jodem Binabo, he say Og bin the ask him mama what to make him month long. Now the program this morning, Fambu, the Independent Media Commission, they mean get one big meeting with the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists to side and discuss plenty things we get for do with the media business now the country and among them thing, and they also talk about the need for make lay and go begin for register journalists them. Well, we go find out plenty thing we happen pandemic in the end. Waiting some of the journalists they feel about the meeting, and we go talk to the Independent Media Commission. We go talk to SLAD and same also journalists. We also give updates on the investigation where the Salon Police do concerning that OSD na Kamakwe we beat that lady some kind of way we not find at all. And also we go give update na the program on the admission process for the junior secondary school then JSS1 pikin them how thing the happen day as today na the final day for all interview na the country Monday where they come all school pikin for begin for go school then together so and plenty other one day for you now the program member say yourself can add your voice send comment to the number 030-100-444. Morning Coffee, they meet you through the internet on Facebook as well as through we regional stations them and we party station there in our community and also partner station there across the country where they link. And members say you can get a rebroadcast of the program if you tune to Universal Radio FM 98.9 Monday to Friday 8 o'clock na net. The program is listen to na Morning Coffee.
All right, we want to take the first sip of coffee this morning from Port Loco as the chairman for Public Accounts Committee in Parliament, Honorable Tawa Conte, Nana Deputy Speaker for Parliament, say this nationwide hearing on this local council on the issue of we the outline at the 2022 Auditor General report, they say they expose plenty thing them, plenty weakness them. If we make this particular talk to waiting they're able to get between the local and the chiefdom council them across the country. The chairman for the Public Accounts Committee say plenty for the thing them where they bother on how they spend, them property the way you go see, Coco and how they some projects within the award, the kind way they make the paper them, you see, now about like 50 million leon so far. They're not able to recover. He carry on for talk say need day for let them bring the local and the chiefdom council and come together for see how they go able for spend money for themselves. Well, we hear more on this because we chief bureau head within a Port Loco, Hassan Bruce, get more.
It's a long exercise. We don't go through from Kenema district to Bo district to Bombali district in Makeni to today Poloko district in the city. It's an exercise we show a lot of things. They give a lot of eye opener. It expose a lot of weaknesses in the system. It shows the gap where they exist between the local council and the chiefdom councils. Now we need for work on quickly, and we don't suggest an engagement to go be through the Ministry of Local Government to write some. Following the engagement so that we try to harmonize the gap in own source revenue generation, particularly the fact that Section 29 of the Chieftaincy Act of 2009 make the chieftain the principal collectors of tax, local tax, and other taxes. That is one gap where they affect the performance of own source revenue for the councils. We also realize the budget implementation of the councils them not they go in line with the approved budget. Most of the expenditures that they undertake are expenditure they will not deal within the budget, and that one then I think where the Local Government Act of 2022 frown at in Section 75 or so. say expenditure has to be done, but it has to be incurred. Expenditures that were reasonable, efficient for the running of a locality. We also realize say a lot of asset management problem there in terms of assets reporting and assets recording and the councils them. We also see the issue of physical assets where the council then get. For example, that's where both district council get the both clubhouse where they dispose of the family dispose of and not follow the law. We also realize say the issues of construction, a works project the way they undertake. Most of them unable to verify because we do the council all in one place. So we try to make sure say by next audit, even though this one is efficient and if you all in we go take them forward. We realize say the issue of documentation, that is not only for the councils, you get for all other MDs. We realize say when auditors then come in, where they ask in the old news and 5,000 in the new news.
So it look like say if you don't raise money all along, what do you feel saying at the rough total of the money then they? And for instance, wouldn't be they make you refer a council for joining elsewhere?
Well, first let's start with the later one. The council, or maybe they refer them for joining elsewhere. Now, if you come in, you provide document them, or you're not able for give a tenable explanation for the issue where they before we, they will refer you like today. Don't if I carry a back na free song, carrying a Poloko with no complete Poloko. Because the issues then are Poloko and so plenty that the time they give you chance for do and one for do a walk where conscience the sleep and conscience go sit with. In terms of recoveries, they work on a projected recovery rate at almost 50 million new loans, and we believe say we don't do past that day or we don't do a little below that day, but not less than 50 million because we get a tax GST tax credit that will be don't garnish only for just we put all things together. We go show with that one day and we get money that we recover for like UADF, get money that we recover from the machine ring operators. We get all the small taxpayers the way we don't summon, and we are working towards corporation tax and PAYE. So conservatively, we think our recovery should be around 50 million to date because we are still moving on some other things. That we get a lot of issues that we're still unresolved. We have the issue of Union Trust Bank where between Union Trust Bank and SLRSA when about 471 million where we know say we will recover. We have most Stephen that has paid 616 million. We get IS diplomatic service we don't pay about 104 million. We get office world only pay about 238 million. So we have a lot of money still coming in. Some payments plan made. So what we need for now, we're just synchronize them because most of them were transferred to the consolidated fund direct, particularly those that we are garnished, and others that are paying the NRA dues. They pay straight through the NRA account. So all of that, they're going to put them together and tidy up the records, but we think still will.
Well, that's now the chairman for the Public Accounts Committee na Parliament, we say so the double as the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Tawa Conte, being the talk to Yon Hassan Bruce, but how they go around for see the work the way the local council and they do, for make sure say at least they able for account properly for the couple where then they receive. When I remember, we've been telling about one police constable, Nakamakui. That police constable say, he been beating girlfriend, saying like don't even in wife, beat her mercilessly, where we make them go admit this woman at hospital. Well, the public been get interest in that, and even the Sierra Leone police. So, well, they don't take serious discipline action against this police. But for long, we'll get more. We want for join we correspondent Sakamakwe Suri ICC.
We come here for candle hearing against a police officer we commonly know as Soso Man, we sabi him as Alasan Tijan Kamara. He did at the OSD department, the Kamakwe division. It is alleged that he beat one girlfriend when I started for the country, and that we come here for doing hearing today wey na the 4th of September 2024.
This year it differ from the court sitting.
It look a bit different from magistrate court sitting on the grounds that one, we don't hear any not go on oath, not the sweep and Bible, not sweep and Quran, only that any witness with the give testimony, we they ask you for let you say the truth. And then two, we did deal with the disciplinary code 2001, wherein they call it deal with the constitution. So it's like for now, anything with the way camp and discipline side, now we force for handle am. If we see say it get criminal flavor, we dey still hand over am back to the criminal court for hearing.
Next hearing after the findings, after the hearing, then get the last thing.
No, the presiding officer we normally can call the magistrate. It's like a recommendation in the make. And this recommendation, if you listen keenly, it said that the Inspector General of Police then go approve and say, okay, this judgment is fitting, or it is below, or it is above. It's like a day for the approval of the Inspector General of Police, so not to the last thing. And then if even the defaulter, we can call suspect, if it's still not satisfied with the hearing, it's like it's like an appeal. But in this case, he pleaded guilty on all 3 count charges.
How the environment, how the city the hearing, how the hearings in the.
Well, we own court hearing. Also, you get the magistrates. We na presiding officer we get. Also, you get prosecutors. We call them presenting officer and the presenting case. Then also you get secretary. We na scribe we get them. Then we get usher where they make you come inside for keep quiet and all the rest of it. It's like now we set up of the hearing and the.
So the outcome of the hearings.
For this one we can sit down today, the recommendation where the presiding officer make when detective Sigismond Wilson give, he say he recommend for let them dismiss him from the Sierra Leone force on the grounds that we na a force for good, and every police officer wey dey go na police training school, dem dey teach am about human rights. Human rights, it's like that human rights business a very key. Even you go by these rules. Any host by any rules and regulation is no institution. Disciplinary constitution. So if you not get them, go on parade every day when they go on lectures and they will tell you now waiting we want from every police officer.
We have to take count charges here.
Overrule everything. Anything wey you do as police officer, if we don't want them, it's like your conduct not good. And once your conduct not good, we don't want it at the
And the
force.
session we see even the council chairman, civil society, office of national security, all been the how see the face of the suspect really.
If I can talk about the defaulter, though he pleaded guilty on all 3 count charges, but at the end of the day, when the presiding officer don't give ruling, himself he no feel fine as he cry. And from that point now, it's like tomorrow they go to magistrate courts for the criminal side of it, because for assault somebody na criminal offense.
All right, in at the head of the hearing, team na McKinney, we will look inside this mining case. Name na Ogunlade King, CID Regional Coordinator, Northeast Region. All right, they continue this program. We'll go for Cheluna, of course, we'll go for Yeri. This is not the last day. We go Yeri from the school them. Say school go for open on Monday. Well, but one go quick na Bamoy Luma for Leonari, but for some 100 young girl them, and they out of school. Well, then another Bamoy Luma area, then they direct. So then don't decide now, say, they say want to do something for themselves. Then the plan says some of them say they want to do hairdressing, some say they want to do tailoring, for getting technical skills so that at least they could be self-employed. Now, the person with the BNM will go for your invoice, but we colleague journalist when Ibrahim Soikama been go talk to them and he asked them how they want to go about that, and even talk to the person will give them the opportunity for let them go forget place for do the incident.
Namiri Muhammadu Adebamoy. No get the choose them, follow we do the work. Now one place Umami when Madam Fatima, the first lady, follow help we, follow we will get then in there, for we then get picking them, follow no drop. Because right now one do this work, we not get the chance. So they pray for the mommy way before say, now him be the mama for the girl picking them, for them able to help we.
So before this time, what thing you they do?
I know they do nothing. So right now, I want to do tailoring and not get chance. Now I want to request for the mommy when I the first lady, for them able to do for we, then in the yard.
My name is Zainab Aikoma.
We dey see plenty young girl they know they do nothing about Bamoy and pass. You know what you do?
Me na be student, although I don't see twice, but I don't get job, I don't get nothing. But one made the first lady, me help because they report the many district them help. But one man come na Bamoyuma, although he can come be an apasi the passier which Bamoyuma. So we one man help we. You understand? One man help we, can help we some jobless, no job, no nothing. So one man can help we for like tailoring, hairdressing.
So let us support you now with things them,
Of course.
For do the work. So look, your name? Who's that you did? Alright. So we do nothing and we understand that we now open tailoring and other things. So what thing you will get for Slbc?
I need support of the first lady, Fatima Bio, because one is tailoring and one catering. I need that support still.
Alaji by Samasanko.
Alright.
Because we want to do a mixed panel talk, because we get one, we are the Iron Lady, who are the Republic of this country.
Yes.
And we don't see plenty things who they do. Now other district them, other town them. And Sierra Leone, not to want to no more. And the beginning can cry to me, say they want hall for make a rent them, so that they will do this addressing, catering, and tailoring. Now I say me I rent this place. But because of the sympathy I get for them, because the car can always talk them. Bamoy Luma, now the junction, but I don't turn. And now the fastest growing town in this country now. And it populated past Cambia, it populated past Poloko. And then Galia, and only past no more than this town. We do them.
So Paraji, we see them guys they are for do, and how we will speed up and support them.
Well, the only support who things you will get from the past, like the first lady, who did for the women them, who don't see a lot what they do for women them. And then begin and picking them. Now begin and drop out them, now widow them, some no get married, some them papa, the mama, no get nothing, pass and skate around, go do this lottery, this street life.
Okay.
So now make me say, okay, I don't go rent this place. if we are able to get the support from the first lady, I will be able for rent. So I will give her some time, I will wait for renter.
Alright, so this all usai them young galage for can do this place. Within in space like a big hall?
Yes sir, now very big hall. They take up to 50-60 machines them.
Okay.
Then they get 4 administrative offices them. 4 administrative offices them. Then the hall is big for any meeting we want for do. In fact, don't me people why have been help them for make them go get the hall. We don't do we don't get up to 160 or 170 to need them. We are not trained at this place also. But if we were able to get their support here from the first lady, then we don't by shift.
So which are the support them we want to cry for now?
But the support is they need the hall. Yeah. Number one. Then they need machines and this addressing materials them and the catering material them. What them will do? They will come on the street. They will be very busy. Because this Bamweluma na business place, they don't mix pan politics at all. We see don't clean, they told them, trade them, they go and sell. Some you go see some drop out them, some school leavers them, then you go to the granite, they go and sell. That's it. Now they are sorry for them.
So with all this we don't say Palaji by Sama. If somebody want for come in and help, how he will get to now? What's now the telephone number and the side of the place?
Well, by them contact me, Alaji Besama Sanko, na Guinea Park, because na the center of the town. Guinea Park, and then go there upstairs, we don't get no sonko no.
Yes sir.
The number na 076-920-458, 076-920-458.
Alright, his name na Alaji by Sama. Well, him na in the try for help the young people there so for they're able for do what they want for do. Well, quickly they get of course the civil society person way they round for see how they go about but this schooling. So they give you an update and we get online Alfonso Manley. Good morning, Alfonso.
Yeah, good morning. You come in.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, we'll get you loud and clear. Just give an update about, because today last day, we understand.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. Most schools go down today, some tomorrow. Well, first of all, we all know say the interview process, they go on. For beginning with the transition from primary school to junior secondary school. This time, not to business as usual. Firstly, the ministry gave everything they call admission committee, as I explained. Admission committee. Secondly, the ministry will get price list. That price list, the ministry say you for pay stamp, who say parents and they say them. When we get more schools that we comply, the one that we get challenged for who don't go there, I believe say they don't pay stamp. But two things that we get for look at critically. Firstly, the ministry get for look at this second and third choice, first, second, third choice. I think get for review that aspect there. Then we go further discuss of the ministry. Number two, we understand that some schools them, if we they say for selling uniform, they know they tell us so. One of the complaints we get starting from FSSG, where a parent talk to me, and Mr. Volkswagen at the ground confirmed that. And I make that report to the ministry. Why is this opportunity to talk to? Then schools they for comply with what the ministry don't say. The parents for only pay for waiting at the price list. Yesterday we did a convent you go smoothly. No problem. Nobody enough for parents every talk. I want for comment convent. So there FSNG, if they ask parents for different money for uniform, it's not correct. And other schools then they say compulsory for book. We don't report someone to the ministry. But last thing we want to talk down very important thing is the issue of tax. But I want to give you short information. The ministry we don't get submission from various schools. Like for instance, the number of taking the order submit now was on 12,267. The one that the ministry clear. Now only 6,226. Again 6,041 will not clear. Whether one and either the Bekeri don't get out or the information get out. The same goes for Bombali. Bombali submit 12,790. The ministry don't clear 4,018. It means 8,772 not clear. So I want to tell anybody, it did them. Now the district, when they deal with tax, the school them, you know, that picking at school. Ask if the record where the principal submit clear. What is some principal do they use one better results for 5, 6, 7, 8 picking. Picking will fail the case, then they produce their name for 6 work. The ministry don't take stand. No picking, no go 6 work. Will fail the case. So then schools send the way they don't clear, they begin allow them for begin upload. Because September 13 at the closing date, where the portal they close. So I want pass this information about what can to do for can talk about this. So there are no parents, so get nobody money when not inside the price list.
All right. Thank you very much, Alfonso. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dan.
All right.
All right, well, from that update, the way we get on the admission process, well, like I said this, if they continue, I'm done, year in, year out, it go better for them come back.
In fact, for the same uniform. School not to marketing, so.
Indeed. All right, so we don't can a studio fumble. Remember, I tell you now the headlines say we get for can talk to the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, to get for talk to the Independent Media Commission, and also for talk to a journalist, where we go look inside different things, but more especially the one we get for do with journalists, the registration where the IMC being the call for, say go be very, very necessary for lay journalists them register with the IMC. Although that one they don't bring some contention, or because people that they get some contrary review on that one, especially the media people them. Well, let we can hear actually waiting at the situation and possibly the way forward. But before we talk on go further, we go the Independent Media Commission, and for that now the studio we get Commissioner James Tambalebi with we now the studio, and also from the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, Alaji Manika Kamara, and we hope for talk to Lawrence Williams, we are a journalist. But however, let's start with Commissioner James Tambalebi. Good morning, a pleasure for getting a morning coffee.
Good morning, David.
All right, so we see outside the chair of the Independent Media Commission been getting meeting with the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, talk plenty things concerning the development of the media in the country. But among other things, we been come up now on this issue of registration for journalists, where now don't become a cause for concern within the media landscape. So if you can take me through how we choose how we do so.
Thank you very much. Well, I think, yes, there's been some hue and cry about this registration business of journalists. When you look at the IMC Act of 2020, the long title, 9 really mentioned that, it make reference to that. But then when you go to the detail, when you go to the provisions of the IMC Act, no express provision of the be that as it may, na still a law. The law calls for, among other things, the registration of journalists. Some journalists, they're very uncomfortable with that. But until we review the law, that is the law. And also, don't forget that in 2022, we get the IMC Print and Electronic Media Regulation. And also, that we lay another layer of culpability when you cross the line, when you violate the provisions of the IMC code. So basically what he says, previously not only the media institutions, the IMC been defined wanting if you violate the code. But now both the journalist and the media institution, either or both, depending on the circumstance, and the nature of the issue. This is the provisions. But unfortunately, this don't can overshadow some other important issues them we need for be discussed. And we want to discuss them, and those are the subject of discussion rather than this one we so much is important. Yeah.
Yes, well, we go
but
come
then we
later.
also have equally important issues them.
Yeah, we know.
We in agreement. There's an agreement between the IMC and SLAG that we need to sanitize the media, the register of the media in the country.
All right. So, but yes, indeed, many other things than there's have been already talked. Say when a good thing they won't been discussed. But let me talk small bit on this issue where the hue and cry they about when at the registration. Well, people will say yes. This IMC Act 2020 long title. They talk about the registration of journalists, but people they already been on the register with Slbc and the IMC been the old institutions then culpable because before something go out, we know saying that journalists they carry the story, but the institution and they take responsibility of anything we input out because now the institution name the whether the broadcast media or print media they carry. So why now this idea or come about say well for begin for think of or implement that aspect there of the law?
Well, in the case of the regulation, now widespread consultation now lead to that. Not to IMC unilaterally input the provisions of the regulations. The regulation very clear, and it say after consultation, regional as well as district, national. We agree say now, when you cross the line, not only the media institution should be held responsible, but also the individual journalist. That's very clear. I not feel say that get contention. We think get contention. Now that journalists them and some journalists them or Slbc particularly they say the IMC not for register journalists. It is not that the IMC want do them. It is because now so the law say, and until we change them, or until it is addressed, reviewed, that's the law. The IMC get for go by
best
the law.
Best practice now, so it can help other side and other country then.
Well, there are two arguments. One argument they say, if you register journalists, it also means you get the power for the registrar. Or you, along the line, you go get a regime where you go decide for take people them out of the register. Another argument they say again, that everybody, the space don't become so congested that we get any kind of person when they become a journalist. And their argument is that because they're a rights-based practice or profession, and that because the Constitution, the African Charter, the UN Charter all protects freedom of expression. So nothing will stop anybody from becoming a journalist.
And anybody can become a journalist according to the law.
But what thing don't happen now is the place don't really clumsy.
So is it that
very clumsy?
Is it that because some people where they proclaim say they are journalists, they're not within institution, they're outside like freelance? Are they using that?
Well, that's not one. But the more important thing is you get people and where they fake, where they blackmail other people. They go around, they blackmail people, say they're not journalists, and they have no business in journalism. They don't practice. That's the other thing. Okay. So do we leave those people to roam free and causing trouble?
Okay, what about?
I mean, yeah. What's the word? They impersonate, saying a journalist, and they blackmail other people.
Yes,
and they harass people.
What about these people, this new media who call themselves bloggers, just come in, they take themselves now as journalists? How you look at that? Because most of them now.
Well, there is a conversation going on. We have to draw a line between one regulating the space, but also not biting more than we can chew. So, in the review we get, in the consultation we get, around the review of the Act, Slbc and all major stakeholders of the media, we suggestion come and say, well, you get categories of them people in there. You get the one the way they go solo, then gets the WhatsApp page or Facebook page. Then you get the one the way in an extension of the media institution. So for example, you get Slbc, you get Slbc Facebook page, you get Slbc WhatsApp page, or other platforms, social media platforms. So gradually they come to an agreement that as long as it is an extension of a registered media institution, if they cause trouble in that space there, with the whole institution responsible. But we know that come into agreement as to where individuals then open a blog or a WhatsApp page and cause trouble as to whether for holding people and call people or responsible. We would like to do that, but then it's a challenging exercise. Because every now and then, tens or if not hundreds of WhatsApp pages then they come up.
Okay,
so
now imagine issue for deal with.
Yes.
Okay, so we go
so the conversation they on.
Very well. It's put to the Silent Association of Journalists, Alhaji Manika Kamara.
But like I state, there are other issues we
go find them.
We just don't want this issue of
Commissioner, we know say you can't talk for your commission. Yes. We are aware of that. Yes, one. We agree, but let me just get them from the Silent Association of Journalists. Let's have your perspective on that particular aspect. Yes, Alhaji.
Yeah, good morning, David, and good morning, listeners. Commissioner James Slbc. By the way, Commissioner also now a Sludge member, registered and paid up Sludge members, very senior colleague. And yes, Sludge and the IMC chair we paid a visit last week where we discussed so many issues and including the registration of journalists. This issue came up sometimes in May this year, where the IMC began a consultation on the review process where they go on the 2020 IMC Act. So that one of the issues that we come up with the registration of journalists. And like Commissioner talking as we discuss so many issues and we agree about 99% of the issues that we discuss, we agree on them. Just this issue of registration, the lead campaigner against the consultation because I talk say in the first place, not to all journalists are Sludge member. Because during the consultation they be explain say Sludge would recommend the people who they register. So I come up for say no, not enough for so because not all journalists are Sludge member. And when we go Parliament in 2021 for the repeal, during the debate for the repeal of Part 5 of the 1961 Public Order Act, the arguments they come up again where Sludge be pushy, we want to make the law make a provision inside the IMC Act that anybody where they serve as editor or station manager for be a registered Sludge member. But Parliament be kick against that, say no, because journalism is a right-based profession. Everybody get the right for practice. For as long as you are a citizen, you practice within the law, now you right for express you and free speech. So not for limit and just to Sludge member for be editor. So we agree. And the appeal will go on. So when we get this consultation in the May this year now, the issue come up of registration. Me together with other bodies, including SLRU, the Guild of Newspaper Editors, WIMSAL, we all stand against them because we see and say, one, initially the idea behind the establishment of the IMC now for regulates the media institutions. A lot move towards self-regulation, not for can register journalists. When they formed the IMC in the year 2020, now the idea, the spirit behind the idea that they see now for register and regulate media institutions. So when this issue come up now, of let's say a day at the 2020 Act say we for IMC for begin for register this, we see and say no, this is not the wrong move because we look at and say not if the registration of journalists for day with Sludge or any other media organization, not particularly the independent media regulation where they regulate the media operations. Yes, we agree in that engagement say make the IMC register editors and station managers because when they go for license you go for register your newspaper or you radio station or televisions, you get for give in the name of the editor or the station manager. So we agree on that and we all agree on the criteria they will for put for them two sets of people in the editors and station managers. But in the area of registering journalists, Sludge we position that we are against that, we don't want that because we get
apart from the fact say that the law say that a rights-based association, any other reason they will make una they against for make the journalists then be registered by the
yes, now that the council, I'll give you an example. Now we get I can say we get a liberal IMC, the body, we get a liberal IMC wherein they might have a very good intention for carry that law, they for say, okay, let this law, let we implement this law. But what in the future where you get an IMC where the board will perceive a specific journalist, a particular journalist, say this journalist is critical they are against the system. They look at and say this journalist they are against the party. All the way they report they are against we. They never renew that journalist in license. No matter what slide say, they will get an issue where they will bring forward. For example, like I tell you, for now we get two of the journalists where I believe say on a daily basis, then they attack them on social media on their posts and comments. Like for example, Amadou Lamanaba, Thomas Dixon. If we get an IMC where no get liberal mind, then two journalists if they register them, they're not going to renew the license. That's not for sure because the policy and say now people are working against the system. Where then they do the work as journalists. Now people are almost say then critical all the time. Then contributions now critical contribution. They see things from another level. So we know there is no need. We not say anything for the IMC register journalists. Let them register the media institution. When a journalist publish or broadcast anything we go against the law, the IMC they invite both the journalist and the media institution. Because the thing the journalist broadcast or publish, it do them under a media house, it not do on your own. So now that make when they invite the media institution and the journalist. Like what commissioner talking about. So sometimes then they find the journalist and at the same time they find the media institution. Which is okay, which is right. But the issue of level register, as we discussed last week with the IMC chair, it will come up and we find them very serious and we urgency, let we call a board meeting wherein the general membership, not only Sludge, but all other media stakeholders will take part. Let we discuss this issue and see how best we go address them. Because yes, the truth is, we get people where they come in, when they move around with the impersonation as journalists. Let we look for better ways where we're able to address that issue rather than we left the registration of journalists in the hands of a government institution where some people will look at and say in a form of censorship.
But if the law says so.
Okay, on the area if the law says so, yes, the 2020 Act in the long title, it did it. But inside the Act of itself, there is no provision on that. Say, IMC for registered journalists. If you go into the IMC, the 2020 IMC Act, if you go to clause 39 and clause 40, we talk about the registration, it's specific to the editors and the station manager. The 39 talk about the criteria where newspaper or radio or television station for register somebody as editor. You know, for employ anybody we not register as editor or station manager. And section 40 again qualify that again. So that ain't clear. Yes, they are the title of the IMC, the long title that the cover notes. He did say IMC for register, but inside the act there is no provision will make express explanation for that.
Then most likely, one clarification. I don't want to let the impression go out say the IMC line push forget that portion of the law in the law. So for registered journalists, no, the IMC did not push for that. But the IMC position is it didn't have the law, and because it didn't have the law, the IMC therefore implement them. Until then change them, that's the law. But the IMC is not responsible for bringing that in the law.
So that make we will serve the aware now.
So that's why it come up during the review, and we open to discussions.
So that make we serve the aware say it is part of the law at the cover notes. We raise them up now to members, we raise them to the public, and we raise them to IMC say since the video gone. That particular law is not for day inside the law. Then for expunge and from the long title. Because if we allow it continue for the long title, there is a possibility that it will find a way inside the actual act. So we don't want that happen. Now with the video gone, with the call on the IMS, with the call on government don't make so many gains in media freedom at this country. We don't say in 2021 they repeal the most dangerous law we all afraid in this country, so we make so many people be afraid for the media. When the public or they actually be refer to we as criminal because of the do work as journalists. God don't make government don't pull them, and government don't do so many things again where they promote press freedom. So we don't want to see anything again where they can limit self freedom they don't get. That space they don't get. That the space they don't get for express research and for talk on behalf of the other, we don't get the opportunity for talk.
Okay. Well, yes, you just talk on behalf of journalists, the association. Well, we also get another journalist on the line now, winner Lawrence Williams. Lawrence self will give him perception as an individual in relation to this part of the lawyers. So when they talk about registration of journalists, good morning, Lawrence.
Yeah, good morning.
All right. So you understand the situation in terms of this registration within the law of IMC, the Act. Then possibly if need be, it can be implemented, or as the review they go on, it can be taken out if proper consultation they and they reach at a position where or they were able for pull her out of the act. But anyways, what are your own take as an individual journalist on this?
It's supposed for us to know what unfortunate circumstance arise and we went before being there this morning. Again, to start with, the IMC as a commission in itself though undergo reforms over the years, and then they try in terms of the work they are supposed for in terms of executing their mandate. If we recall back then in 2020, the first when they revised the law, the first draft to them pull out one individual way champion and of course we wrote it about 26 objections. We deal of editors as a body we submit to Slbc, to also forward to the minister within the allegations and the objections and they were taken on board when we went to parliament, most of which were incorporated in the present act or the IMC Act of 2020. Now, I wonder in the first instance why you call to review a law where they just passed inside 2020. But again, the most important thing we are of concern to plenty journalists now the aspect of registration. Now IMC already they register newspapers now independent media, then they for regulate the media. If they register a media institution, of course the editor, the station manager, and they have to face the committee defend the application and everything. But when it comes to registration of individual journalists, I don't think that one is right. I mean, journalists then can belong to the administration. If you take the law profession, for example, any general legal counsel where somebody don't pass the bar exam, they don't certify you go through, they don't do. For join Sierra Leone Bar Association, it's a choice. It's a choice. It's an association. So we get to an umbrella association where, of course, we all know that Slbc undertook many reforms in the last few years. Successful reforms. And journalism as well undergo very great reforms in the last few years as well. So when it comes to registration of journalists, I don't think that one should be indicated in the law. And it says that because it may be open to abuse, it may be open to abuse in the sense that you get journalism where of course they make critical. If an IMC chair wake up one morning, receive an order from a boss we appoint her, say that journalist they give me trouble, farewell out that they register or farewell out that will punish her. If the IMC is the one that is giving you the individual journalist the license to operate, I'm not talking about the media institution, the individual journalist the license to operate, the IMC can as well withdraw that license to operate will make you ineligible for practice as an individual. But when it comes to media institution, we'll all know that the media institution flout a rule, flout a code, breach the code and everything. The IMC has a lot of provisions in the law, whether they apply penalties, apply fines, apply suspension. So the worst case scenario, they give you withdraw the license of that media institution. But all of those ones are also indicated that you have processes to follow. And it's not easy for the IMC to actually withdraw license for media institution, except in individual journalism. I've never had it anywhere. I mean, the IMC for sure with best practice, which I have before in the first instance, where it happened in the sub-region. But I've not seen it anywhere. You go to Ghana, you go to Nigeria, you go to Kenya. These are places where journalism is more advanced than You go to UK, you go to America. These are places where journalism is more advanced than say, look, I don't know where to push for all of this. So for me, I would advise the IMC to come back to it. Let we engage. This one really is disturbing because it may also stifle the space that freedom we don't fight for, where people don't fight for since 1961. That freedom where journalists don't fight for. We don't gain now. No one for that space. Already we already get the Cyber Crime Act, Section 44, where very ambiguous. Where they can go anybody, not necessarily journalists, but that one in itself stifles some form of freedom. So we don't want that. That is a concern. For me personally, that is a concern.
All right. Thank you so much. We don't know if you go continue for the listen, if you listen, or because you'll just take a quick one from the IMC.
Yes.
Yes.
So
what did I take on?
The impression, then continue for portray or give the impression as if the IMC actually the move for registered journalists. No. This act came into existence in 2020, and this is 2024. It has been dormant. The IMC not say then implement that portion of the law. And like we say, it didn't have a long title, but it not in the provision. Now, during this review, this matter come up. And the discussion starts. For law, we pull them at the long title. But the way the discussion they go is as if IMC don't decide, say now, they want to register journalists, which is unfair. You don't understand the position? One, IMC did not push to have that part of the law captured in the title. Two, at no point in time the IMC say, okay, well, they can't register journalists. But because it didn't have the act and the review come on, it become a subject of discussion. But it go very unfair on this on IMC if the discussion they go as if the IMC don't decide, say now then they can't register journalists.
Yeah.
But the point what they make is the IMC they in a tightrope respecting freedom of expression, but also upholding the rule of law. And because it is part of the law, it's also incumbent on the IMC for implement them. Until then change them, it's the law. That's the situation.
There's a possibility for it implemented soon.
There's a possibility, why I cannot say soon. There's a possibility for implement them because it's part of the law. But the IMC not really don't implement it.
Okay.
And because review day na the floor, discussions around review here or now. They don't become
might
topical.
ignite something for make.
But and no one let them create the impression as if the IMC don't really take a step now for registered journalists.
David, like quoting Commissioner the talk. Yes, it don't in the law since 2020. It don't in the law. At the long title, I emphasize that because at the long title the cover not they inside the act of itself. But again, during the engagement of the review, it become up. The discussion become up. We be even go to the point of move a motion for a vote, where I stand up say no, we're not for going to a vote because nothing is what we don't need as a journalist. Because I make it clear, irrespective of the fact that me are the secretary of Sludge, I make it clear the engagement say I dare first, I be a journalist first before I be a member of Sludge. So I talk on behalf of the journalism also we're not to Sludge members and also as Sludge members. So we need to protect the space. But the way discussion will go on at the engagement, it's as if indirectly there is a plan, maybe in the future, for make that come up. So that make way we don't realize that because we don't be take and say now law way they even exist, even though they say at the cover not because we not see inside. But since the video gone, there is possibility that maybe somebody somewhere is pushing behind for make this law come inside. So now make we raise the alarm say since we don't see that the cover and the long title, and we don't see and see this review where they gone. Now opportunity for make we remove them from that long title to make. In fact, since we get the engagement with the IMC in May, we'll not be bringing them out to the members. We'll be the wait for the opportunity when IMC will call for the bigger engagement where so many people will attend. We'll discuss on it. But when we go pay a courtesy call on the IMC chair, when we do the updates, the Sludge president puts on it deliberately for let the members aware. Say this issue they gone. Where I believe that I raise this intention around so all man don't become aware of the whole thing. The truth is, IMC not ever attempt for do am, but during the review, the discussion around it,
we don't identify.
Say this, there is tendency if we allow this thing for let it continue for there. Anything can happen. Maybe we'll go parliament. One MP could just say, okay, since he had the cover note, let's make a clause for him. But by then, IMC slash already the power again for saying no because they didn't allow you for a lot of talk at the well of parliament. Now only the committee stage. Sorry, the pre-legislative stage we talk at the committee. We don't make presentation. But when they don't put it at the well of parliament, IMC not slash they talk at the MPs. So assuming one MP just grab say since he did the cover note, let's move. We'll create a clause where we cover this particular team. We make provision for the registration of journalists. Now, there is no way we go do again. Perhaps wait for another 4 or 5 years back for big advocates. So now we don't see her now. We don't start advocacy now. Now they give you the gun. We make it known to government. We make it known to the minister. We make it known to the IMC commission. Say we don't want this law. We don't want anything where they limit the space of press freedom in the country.
Okay, there are two quick things. One, slash not need for panic at all about meeting.
How they interpret laws in this country?
There are 6 members.
We are all sharing. Yes.
Slash, there are 6 members.
I make that very clear. Say this IMC is very liberal,
including
the chairman,
a permanent member. A permanent slash
including
member.
the chairman of IMC as registered slash member, very senior slash member.
The IMC was created
I make clear say
about the media.
IMC liberal
slash represent the media.
Moving forward,
so I don't see USAI IMC. Therefore, negatively move against the media landscape.
No, this country IMC now will move towards that.
But here's the second thing. We have equally very important issues for discuss. But this one cloud up.
Okay.
The suspension, and cancellation.
Because if you say
that's very
no suspend and
talk
the basis of this Marika Secretary Oji to talk about discussion. With discussion. According to what JT don't say,
this is the side we disagree.
Yes.
The side is what we
can talk about.
This very important. The side is where we disagree. You remember, I make it clear. Say 99% of the discussions where we get during the engagement, where Sludge, IMC, Guild Newspaper Editor, WIMSAL, SLRU, we all be there. We be agree on the issues then where we discuss on the review. But this particular issue, so we not be agreeing.
Disagreement,
and that may make we be adjourn the engagement for another date.
Okay, well, I think let me take a break.
And this disagreement, not say we they in favor for implement and then they against. That's not. We they say it's part of the law, and as long as it's part of the law.
We're not for just ignore.
We're not for ignore.
There's possibility for implementation
until they review them.
Okay.
You understand?
Right. We'll come to the second.
But there are other important issues.
No, we'll not discuss this.
Don't agree with the IMC.
After this.
And we support the IMC 100%.
Okay, we'll come to that because that is very important.
We must spend time for that now. The program. Let's take this break and we will come right back.
Talk for today. Sierra Leoneans, today I want to bring the pledge come to every Sierra Leonean, and I want to make we introduce this one from primary, secondary up to university. And if for day now all government office them in this country, and we all as Sierra Leonean, we for take this pledge. Because first of all, I want to commend the people them we put this pledge together. Because if this day now we had, boku things that will happen, not go happen. Because that pledge day, if it day now we all out, every morning we they pick them up and read them, or even sing them, it they help for let you think twice before you do anything. We go push this country go behind. We all know the danger of corruption. We all know the danger of dishonesty. We all know the danger of war. But if we lift the pledge every morning, where you go school, when I read the pledge, you go university, you read them. You go to your workplace, you read them. It will reduce the way and manner where people in the think. The one that write the pledge, I commend them all because the wordings, not too boku, but it makes sense. It says, I pledge my love and loyalty to my country, Sierra Leone. I vow to serve her faithfully at all times. I promise to defend our honor and good name, always work for our unity, peace, freedom, and prosperity, and put our interest above all else. So help me God. How many of you they pledge your love and loyalty to your country, Sierra Leone? How many of you where they put the country in interest above all other things? How many of we they make sure say we ask God for bless this country? That pledge day, if we sink down from primary, secondary up to university, even to all government workplace and even government support agency them, so that we all for know say it's time for we as Sierra Leonean we give the best to the country. So let me always sing
partner radio station like Jalwa Community Radio na Shegwema, Voice of Bambara na Pendemu, Radio Jala na Jala University, Radio Bankasoka na Potloko, Radio Bontiko na Bonchabwa, Radio Kori FM 103.3 na Tayama 107.1 FM, Voice of Youth na Songo, and Radio Sawa 101.3 FM na Sowa Chief na Konodi Street, Sefleli, Morning Coffee.
Right, Reverend Arnold Christopher Temple, Bishop Emeritus of the Methodist Church Sierra Leone, elect for Listen Morning Coffee. Elect out of sleep, they take me, I must wake for Listen Morning Coffee. They inform me into how I they enter into the day. They inform me prayer points. Morning Coffee na a program for all Sierra Leoneans. Na a very good program. I can let Poly where it can go inside. My advice to everybody is let we always listen to Morning Coffee.
This na Morning Coffee na SLBC. Unu morning no na funkia ton Godrich.
Unu morning no oba funkia na Godrich.
Welcome back to the program Morning Coffee with the country live from Saloon Broadcasting Corporation, FM 99.9. We had a radio station, them community and partner radio station, them all about the country. And if you just join me, you're at liberty for send you text message to 0341000444 so that you could be part of the program. Well, we want for telling us say we get one with Saloon Sister, way by the name of Jelly B. And it represents one, Alban's originals. And just imagine, one for Leon and say, with Saloon Sister, they penetrate into the Nigerian entertainment. That they tell you, say, well, Salon don't begin get a level. We'll go for talk to him. And then we'll talk to Sludge and IMC, but other team now, The other one go. So we go to Reverend Joseph M. Johnson, Methodist Boys High School Alumni Association. I think they don't do one big thing where they want to let the public know, and the other alumni them, of course, for know what thing they want for do. Reverend Johnson, I want to welcome you to Morning Coffee.
Thank you, Danmos.
All right, now tell me this good news when I get for you.
Yes, Fambulem, good morning again. Of course, Mina Reverend Johnson and Mina the Secretary General for the Methodist Boys High School Alumni Association. Of course, we all Sabidi School, who can call high school. We have to say get the most popular motto, we know laboramus expectantis. Over the years, we know say generally in the country, after the war, the government began to introduce the 634 system, will become later on the double shift. And this decision be getting on plenty issues them, one of which will be overcrowdedness at the classrooms them, and it will even get for affect the result and with the beginning they get. Now the normal exams and the external exams then. And this don't they go for over 2 decades. And we as old people and we don't go through the school. We know what we don't get from the school. We know the traditions and the cultures and the result and with the school we don't the pull. We begin for sit down to ourselves and say, no, this not will continue. And the only way we will bring back the culture, the only way we will bring back the culture tradition, the only way we will bring back the results and back to the school. Now we bring the school back to one shift. And so, as an association, led by the dynamic president, Mati Dingi, we began for Sidom and we discussed on the issue. And we decided, say, let we construct an 18 classroom block. We go accommodate the entire JSS, the junior school of the Methodist Boys High School. And we started that project some 2 years back. And the foundation was led by the former Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Dr. Abbas Bondu. We go on that particular day 2 years back, and we start the venture. We begin collect little resources from USSF, from well-wishers, from a company within the diaspora, and from other donors them. And as I talk so, today we get an 18 classroom building, and we also don't get a no objection from the Ministry of Basic and Senior School Education for go to one shift. And so family it would like now for no say, we're not going to do this thing in isolation, because we all don't put the effort together, both the community and we self we go through the school for make sure we achieve this objective. And so tomorrow, when a Friday, the 6th of September, we want to get an official program where we go return the school back to single shift come the 9th of September 2024.
So, in other words, we don't set for that. But how na see, because people, how them they perceive Methodist Boys High School, say, Methodist Boys High School, even though old days when they as one shift, been involved themselves into some kind of thing where not being the overworld for school going children. But apart from this classroom, yes, accommodation fine, but then how well disciplined the Methodist Boys High School there now?
Well, just like I just say, it has been the perception of a whole lot of people that as you talk about the Methodist Boys High School, you align them with, misbehavior.
And no one call business over.
Discipline, indiscipline, and all the rest of it. But in the midst of all of that, if you attend the prize givings, you will not see the school produce results. Now, we go only aim for improve on results and discipline when we all did together. And so that was why when we come together 2 to 3 years back, we set ourselves for rebrand the school again. And so the branding process we just start from 2 to 3 years back. And one of the ways they want for doing now for bringing the school back to single shift, we will all go in the morning and off by 2-3 o'clock. Say latest 4 o'clock, every picking for London house. We mean to say by 6 o'clock, we're not going to see any high school ball with uniform again. We mean to say if you do with uniform at that time, it means you're on your own and you don't represent the school.
Right.
And we know say discipline again, now a process. And as much as we don't start them so, we dey carry them suitable.
So how not being they include the staff them, the teacher them, even though they get this classroom, because they forget some motivation, from so that at least what we not expect. When I make a one shift because we want for yield some good thing in the future, not so. So how well they look after the teacher them as well?
Yes, all of that in place. In fact, the last time we sit down with them for meet up this we celebrate 150 years. By the way, we celebrate 150 years of excellence in education this year, 2024. And so while we celebrate this wonderful achievement, we begin for sit down with the teacher them. We discuss with them because in as much as we put in structures in place, the teacher themselves and stakeholders in the process. They will not go and left them aside. And so all of what we do so, they do them in tandem with the teachers and the school administration. That in as much as we put the efforts here for students here, we want the school, they want the teachers them for they in line with what we do. And so we put together a package. We go act as motivation so that no teacher no go complain to me and say, yes, we don't get fine building, but we do not get other facilities and we go enhance with the teaching process. And so we put together as old boys, team them, we go add air to the process.
Right. Okay, so tomorrow, you say Friday, when I do this official launching, what are the key highlight there?
The key highlight, like I say, the school, the entire block comprises 18 classrooms. We get a whole library in there, we get a staff room, we get toilets and stores, and then canteen there. And of course, the Minister of Basic and Senior Education, and get for the keynote address. We would expect the mayor for cut the tape for enter the building, and we expect 18 distinguished personalities also for open the 18 classrooms. Then, of course, the first band and the most powerful band in the country, the Methodist Boys High School Trans Band, would be in attendance, and plenty of other distinguished people already would invite would be in attendance tomorrow at 10.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Reverend Johnson, and we Well, we hope say Methodist Boys High School will take them level again.
Definitely we will.
All right. All right, thank you. Let's come to his sister, when Jelly B. Jelly B, what's your actual name?
Well, I go by the real name Betty Lamboy.
Betty Lamboy.
Yes.
So I get this Jelly B now.
The Jelly Bean are the stage name.
Stage name.
Yeah.
Now tell me how you attend, in the because Nigeria, people and they say, Salon, Usa were able for spark, and imagine, the population over there. So how are you able for breakthrough?
Well, it all leads to being original. Because when I start for do this music, I look at them say, I don't want to look like anybody. Although I admire people who done did it before me, but I want to create my own sound. I want when somebody listen to me without hearing my name. Say this na Jelly B, na they rap so, or na Jelly B they sing so. So I brand myself and I create my own sound. I am very original. So when I go to Nigeria, because I don't want to be limited, I don't work na Saloya, I don't do plenty songs then I don't work with different people them. But again, I want to take this me originality to the world.
Another level.
Yes. So I go Nigeria. I meet with plenty people them. They listen to me songs and they were like, this girl is different. Because the way they do me music, they do them in me local dialect, mixed with Creole and English. We all they make complete sense. So the moment you listen to my song, you get for Yeri Mende, Yeri Creole, Yeri English. So the blend of everything make them unique. So when they listen to me sound, they feel related to it because now so the Nigerians, then they do the songs then. They want the local dialects for be heard. So they resonate with me and they like what they do. So most of them just go to my pages, them, me streaming platforms, get the songs from there and begin promote them.
Yes. So tell me about the songs them. This one way door hit where person you talk now then go even no say yes that Jelly B.
Okay. So the Igboya are one of the hit songs them.
Give person an idea of like a girl cappella so somebody remember sing.
Okay. Poverty conquer. Say me I not afraid hunger. Girl, see that me helper, they don't come up bien me back say then don't pump am. They say Jelly B chepre, I don't come on a hand me ya, don't pay, but I take them back to the matter. Gagi a lama, check the data. Hey, Abadan, they draw like rubber band. Tonton them all like a fan. Guijigi gamagi color, you no understand, but I chop them all like resna pan. So mama doli ganyava. Jelly komi glativa. Hinda yepe, I wish nyava if I talk for she, no they talk nyava. So if we talk right now, this Igboya song, they play in most of the clubs then in Nigeria, and they play in radio stations then, and even inside the Big Brother house.
They played it?
Yes.
So you don't get cash now then? Because you don't reach Big Brother level.
No, it's like they Big Brother, that's how Nigerians and other people they. When they hear something good, maybe they feel like they can play their own part.
Yeah.
So that's just
really I can hear him, but I don't ever know say nah shalom. So at the same Nigeria this way they talk some way they all that. But anyway. But how you feel, about comparing now we don't go that level to we on artists them don't you?
Well, I believe so presently the new school and even the one that we don't did it before that they don't create the platform. Everybody don't do well one way or the other. Even some of the people that were not able to reach the Nigeria level also we don't create the your mark. Now they give we confidence, now they give we the energy, now they make people believe say we can do anything. You get. So I just feel say you just need for believing what they do and really put everything like you whole self into it. Okay. Like if I can say right now, I began to do music 5 years back, or even more than that. So I go school, I do music. I don't really think say I go able for achieve the two. You get. So but I think I say I want for break that chain where they say like being a musician where you don't get one hit song and that's the end of your educational career. I say no. I want to be the most educated female act in a salon. So I go see say I do these two simultaneously and see how far I can go.
Okay.
So as we dey talk right now, me I graduate from the IPAM University of Sierra Leone with 2 qualifications: procurement and supply chain management and business administration. Yeah, sure.
So well, now you gonna go do that now, but what do you like most? The music, not so?
I like music, yeah, sure. And music is going to be my full-time job.
Full-time?
Yeah.
So you get producer now in Nigeria?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, well, Jellyby, if the music not right, you get some type of.
So what do you want for say quickly before
what you want for tell
salon people in relation to your career?
Okay, I just want for the salon people expect greatness because they don't hear me say I don't go Nigeria and I not just go there for go do a child's play. I go there for go push my musical career with the help of A-Bank's Originals. You get. So I don't go do songs and videos. The Igboya when are the hit song, when are the people in favorite song, the video they come out very, very soon. May they watch out for Igboya video and some other songs them way I don't do. I go release a single very soon.
Okay.
Where I not put out the date yet. But let it just resonate with me and my pages, them, my social media platforms. Follow Jellyby on Facebook, IG, TikTok, and YouTube, and also A-Bank's Originals. I don't know when I go able to get the best information when I want for Yeri from Jellyby.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you, Jellyby. We wish you more, yeah?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Alright. Now look, come back to IMC and Slash. Now we will look at the most important issue now of this suspension and cancellation of license. Because this done there for quite a long time. You know, how this could start?
So let's start by giving an outline. Yeah, we get of the issue. We get 2 categories of defaulting media houses. They will get 3 categories of offenses, violation of the IMC Act. So, for start with the categories of media houses, you get 1 defaulting media houses, you get 1 way fall under cancellation. Okay, they get the other way fall under suspension. I will explain later. Or I'll explain now. So for cancellation, the IMC Act clearly states, the IMC Act of 2020 states say, with the new IMC Act, all media houses, and when I say all media houses, for register fresh, all media houses, fresh one, section 42 of the IMC Act. Up to 2024, you get a large number of media houses then we fail to register. So as far as the IMC concerned, these are not media houses. They have to be cancelled.
They don't like to know, they don't inform you why
they don't register. Then for 4 consecutive years, they not can register at all, say we want to continue for running business. Where the new law come into existence.
Okay.
And some of them people most of them, they're not even in practice. They can't hold the space, they hold the license. And they are not publishing, they are not practicing, they are not writing stories, they are not broadcasting.
They just hold the space.
They just hold the space.
Okay.
So it don't make the space don't become crowded. Now if you go on the register, then we'll tell you say IMC gets over 500 registered. But we look at the one the way they practice, it's small. The majority of the people then go register, then they know the practice. But then if you want count,
you count there all.
You count there all. So we say no. The saving grace time not pass. So we cancel them. Because 1, it don't take longer period, you know, practice. 2, you don't violate 4 consecutive years. You know can register. And as long as you don't register, in business, if you don't register in business, they're illegal. So now illegal operators. That are the cancellation. The second one is suspension. Under suspension, you get 3 reasons also why would they suspend you. The new law say, sections 14 and 15 of the IMC Act, they say every year if you can renew a license. So 1, with the new law coming into existence, if you can register. 2, Every year you renew license or your registration. So we get one category of when newspapers, they refuse for renew their registration. There are another category of media houses where in a broadcast media, then they refuse for renew their license. Then you get another category of offense where in the IMC in section 19 subsection 8 creates section 19 creates the complaints committee, very statutory, one of the serious committees of the IMC. It gets some powers of the High Court, and creates under because they wanted the IMC be the first port of call if you agree with the media, rather than going to the courts. So if that committee sits, then look into the matter and then find you wanting for breaching of the IMC provisions, the code of practice or the regulations, then they levy fine. Over a period, some media houses don't accumulate boku fines they don't green pay. And the law they say if you not pay, you don't violate the law. So these are the categories of the offenses. One, failure to register since the IMC Act came into existence. Two, failure to renew your license or your registration as provided for in sections 14 and 15 of the Act. And then failure to pay a fine, pursuant to sections 19, subsection 8 of the IMC Act. So we don't give a lot of warning. We don't engage the media. We don't exhaust with patience. So we compile a list and we put out notice saying, one, we go suspend the media houses then. We know either they pay them fine levied by the IMC committee, the IMC complaints committee over the years, or suspend you because you know the renew license in violation of sections 14 and 15, and cancellation of your media house in violation of section 42 of the IMC Act. So these are the issues, and this is not contentious. So what's happened? We want to take action. We hold a board meeting. We agree that we'll be taking very drastic action as we back there on the wall. Yeah, granted that we get a dual mandate, as I said earlier, providing the space for free speech, promoting media freedom, but also therefore implements the law. Yeah.
So that is going to be very drastic.
Yeah. So IMC go engage the Sludge go engage the IMC, and as I tell you, say there is no reason to fear the IMC because it gets 6 members of the 13th board, including the chairman.
All right.
We pay. We listen to them.
All right.
The details will be given by the Sludge man.
Feeling assured.
On this matter, we are on the same page.
Okay, and like within commission, they say when I senior colleague in the media, and also maybe lecturer, a lecturer by the way, I must come. Yes, my very senior colleague, and as I rightly say, the IMC currently Sludge gets 6 or more members, including the ES.
The chairman are also not commissioner.
So the IMC, the Sludge gets a huge number of members in the IMC. We give it confidence in whatever they do, they consult with, and always IMC always reach out to Sludge when they want to do anything.
Okay.
And recently, even before we pay a visit to the commission recently, commissioner as well they represent Sludge and the board. They always give you updates on the activities of the IMC. And this issue of we colleagues the way they operate media houses, the way don't fail over the years for register or renew their license, they don't bring up to we. And whenever they bring up to we say they engage the Guild of Newspaper Editors and chairman and the membership on their thing here. I recall a few months ago, Sludge we get an engagement with the Guild of Newspaper Editors who bring their issue also come up say this na the thing where IMC don't bring forward to Sludge and then get plan for implementing. But now for try let you fulfill that commitment there.
Okay.
And on the one the way for over 4 or 5 years we no register or no renew the license, that one in a different case. Because how you go there 5 years or more, you know.
All right, we got for find another time, Commissioner, because many other issues then they are apart from this way the meeting may hold. But I'll you quickly because we have to take text messages.
Within unison in terms of the issues today, we also don't make it clear say we go listen to Sludge on the issue of suspension. But we will go ahead in terms of taking action on the issue of cancellation.
Exactly.
These are not debatable. The fact that you not register the entity over 4 years after the IMC Act comes into existence, it means you are illegal. So then self-agree.
On that issue there,
and as I say, most of them just can't register and take the space.
On the suspension,
then take the air
if I can say this again,
the spectrum.
This way engagement again, another form of warning to the colleagues the way they listen. Then make sure make them aware say the IMC they on the move for take the actions. We will call on them again, make them comply with the obligations them. Let them try for fulfill as we always engage the IMC. This thing done long overdue because we don't engage the IMC for very long time, for over years. The previous IMC chairman again, with Dr. Victor Masako, we don't engage him so many times on that to go beg on behalf of a colleague there. This current one again back, we don't engage him so many times. The president engage him personally beg on behalf of colleagues because of the economic situation. But again, with the call on them, may they meet with the obligations at the IMC.
Alright, so I'm going to find now we will come for take some message that we don't send. This one come up from Ms. Mama Iguasa. And then it say the freedom of the media is say don't be hijacked by the misuse of the growing social media. It say way for be regulated by the IMC and the related organization them. Betty Lamboy, aka Jelly B, say keep up the good work. Come up from Moriba Jodembi. Boy Manabo say the new GSS admission is say in operational at the south. He say the heads of schools say they still they sell uniform, then they pan the old trick the way then they do for suffer parents them. They say then they sell book, then they collect money for fence and furniture money. They say then they do plenty other thing and they say they let them go save them that side now the south. Also from that adaptation, I am Spam saying appreciate the head of the police now McKinney City and the entire police force for the prompt action we then take say against the police officer. Say we beat that woman. Say when you see the photo na social media, it say in cry. Another one where say good that the journalists then they raise the issue now. We say before you go find a way for enter the law. He say and even would that draft that one that long time today by they ask question. This one say the aspect of the law. He say the aspect them for pull and come out. He say because of the future. He say because in case some journalists they were muzzle them and that is a good question. Affected one day if they not look inside the Tranga one. This other was the Independent Media Commission and the Salon go affect the profession. He say good that they make out with this review. So not blame the IMC too much. He say because if they don't make out with this review, something that long before they don't they not see them at all. Come on from Aliu. We'll go left the text messages then we go come.
Where would they use them? Not to this, not to a draft like our other prosecutors say that draft is still already there the law. They had it at the long title. They did it. So the Parliament they enact in 2020. Already did it. So we advocacy now for make sure say the expunge and the cow they put for say IMC for register journalists and that now we campaign now. And we, because if we continue for allow already the long title, one day it go find way inside the acting self now one clause where they will capture and the where we now let it happen.
All right, okay.
Yes. So,
yeah, Commissioner, one second, yes.
Yes, so we continue for call on the members. They made them always they work with the IMC in the area of compliance with the legislation. And the one the way the IMC, the complaint committee don't find one thing where they don't find, but they also try for meet up with the obligation. Well, also things are difficult, but where they don't fall foul, they don't find you guilty, so you have to apply, you have to obey the law. And the law are the law. There's no way we go change it until they amend them, but as it is, we have to expect the law where the IMC don't take their decision, therefore comply with that.
All right, well, quickly, before we go to Commissioner, we always get Lawrence Williams from the Guild of Editors Online, and he's going for making final submission of the program, then we will come to you. Yes, Lawrence, what did I take on the text messages there? And what you go left with Fambo? What you in relation to all what not be discussed this morning?
Yeah, one of the issue we I want to comment on that we get to do with the long title of the act. Now, the long title now basically a summary of the purpose and objective of the law. They could normally call an object of reason. JT is a very senior colleague, lecturer, and of course in the law. So I will beg him to educate us on learned. Where a long time today, but there is no extant provision in the substantive law for give efficacy to that long title. How is that one? How is that title, that long title, going to be implemented? Except if there is an extant provision or a subsidiary regulation for give effect to that long title. But in the absence of that, I don't think that it's possible. Again, when you talk about registration, already the IMC, they register media houses. So by necessary implication, that registration of the media houses don't suffice, don't cover in terms of registration of journalists. So IMC not for taking it upon themselves now to say they have to register individual journalists. I think that is not right.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Lawrence Williams. Well, we come to Commissioner.
There is one missing element about the registration of journalists. Why me not they justify them, but one raise one question: what happens in the case of foreign journalists coming to Sierra Leone for practice? Who gives accreditation? Who got to think about that in the review of the law?
Yeah.
International journalists. Yeah, not local journalists. So food for thought.
Yeah, that one. I know say the Ministry of Information they self give that accreditation when they come first. So if they want come based now,
okay. So
as you said, the video go, we go look into that.
Yes, we don't talk about collaboration. There can be no better time for collaboration between SLAG and the IMC since under the leadership of Victor Masakoy, Dr. Victor Masakoy, and now Joseph Ibinda Kapoor Esquire. The relationship very healthy. Somebody talk about regulating the social media space. This is an ongoing conversation. There are two schools of thought. One, they say IMC for regulates all social media space, and indeed the IMC complaints committee don't they receive individual complaints against people where they use them personal WhatsApp group, then they work for a media house, then they balance the media house in social media group, then go to them personal media group and malign people and they that complaint they don't come to the IMC. Okay. How do you deal with those cases? So you have those who say IMC for regulates that space there. You have the other one the way they say regulates only the space where an extension of a registered media house. So the discussion there.
A lot need for be discussed indeed, Commissioner James Tambalebi. Well, we come quickly to Reverend the one call you Reverend James, but Reverend Joseph M. Johnson.
Yeah. Yes, we want to continue for inform the public that the handing over of the 18 classroom block would with the old people them don't provide with support from Bokora people them in the country and overseas. They hand over them tomorrow at 10 o'clock, and of course the Minister of Basic Education Gudede for do the official handover and return the school to single shift on Monday, 9th September. Everybody welcome, and we pray that this will be hope for more discipline, more into this culture we don't get, more traditions, and more results. We go better the beginning and better the country as a whole.
Thank you so much, Reverend Joseph Johnson. Well, we take Bra Polly.
Smoking is dangerous to you, well, body one, no, they smoke. Polly, good here. You see a lot of pass public. On a court case, you say you go lead to prosecution, and when they find you guilty, I forgo bamba kayaka. Okay, police said you public smoking is an offense now. When you want smoke inside yours to yourself, for all the way go and buggy you well, but you want now your own business. That one the police said you not the smoke for and bugging. You will the smoke, police they call them. Oh, na active smoker that one day. Hopefully, pursue way not the smoke, but then you pursue the smoke in our team.
Since what we come out from Moriba Judem Binabo, he say all been they ask him mama wait to make a month long. I want to say plenty thank you to me company Abubakar Dumbuya for the Facebook transmission. Also thank you so much to Gerald Sise and of course Christian Kamara for technical support, and to all the reporters there across the country. Thank you so much. My name na David Agaba on behalf of my company. We na Daniel Mosire. We wish you a lovely day. So till tomorrow by God power. Bye bye.